Welcome back, and we're going to discuss about Venus passing in signs around the sky in zodiac. Sometimes when it's retrograde, where we'll have Venus stuck in same sign for 4 months even, and those periods creates a lot of events in the market because Venus is the ruler of the value. It's the ruler of the situation of a relationship between countries, but the values in the stock market and the values of people relating with their life. So in different phases of Venus, every 2 years, we are needing to measure in what story we are in life. Depends on the outer planet that giving us the background. Venus will repeat on the same archetypes, adding or acting differently in different themes of the outer planets, but you will later on could connect the dots. Venus in Aries will feel very masculine. Venus in Aries is a time to take the masculine work. It's time to do things yourself. It's time to act, to sell your assets or to invest in a new projects. It is about investing in yourself. This is the most important thing. Venus in Aries wants to focus on yourself. And this is very much about self-development and investment, whether people will invest in food or will invest in their look, more plastic operation, more on their branding page, etc. And each one will try to increase and to show or to improve its own identity. Because Mars or the Aries is speaking about identity and what I want and how I want the world to see me or how I'm introducing myself to the world. Venus in Taurus, of course, will be a very benefic. This is a time of self-indulgence where you maximizing the feeling. This is very comfortable periods. When Venus is in Taurus, we may feel that this is sort of a peace, this is sort of a status quo, things are not changing, and humanity and the collective consciousness is feeling usually very stable. Even euphoria are building on those times that Venus in Taurus, that on stability you could plan. Yeah, the opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. We will arrive to this in a few minutes. And this is the opposite of security. And those are periods that are including a lot of fears. And we know that in fears, how market behaving. So in the period of Taurus, Venus in Taurus, we are feeling comfort, we are feeling safe, we are feeling secure, and we could invest more based on those feelings, buying a home, buying a land, etc. Venus in Gemini is also very exciting because Venus is enjoying from the air quality of it, because we know that Venus is also the ruler of Libra, and being in Gemini, it's very playful for Venus. So we may see new gaming, new technologies, or learning new technologies, doing new contracts, connecting with the neighborhood, feeling or building a relationship with neighbors, building a relationship with relatives. And this is time for creating domestic allies and to continue increasing the stability. And this is also a very good period for markets, as Venus helping people to engage better with contracts and to create balance in contracts and to understand new rules in a more positive ways are no rules but agreements. It's all about agreements. Venus in Cancer continue being positive for Venus essence because Venus like also being in home. So indeed, Venus in Cancer is not that sexy because in home she doesn't need to put all the jewelry and feeling a little bit, you know, quiet, alone there, less stimulated, but is very comfortable being in home and it's giving protection. So in the periods of Venus in Cancer, we may feel ourselves more improving the relationship with our family and focusing on family and less on the career and less on ourselves, but more emerging with family and the local community. Venus in Cancer could create fear because when you are protecting yourself, you just want to make sure that no one will knock on your door. You put two on the door, don't clean here, I'm resting, don't enter to my territory. So in this period, we may involve with some fear about values, and even that is not specifically crazy, but is boring as we are in a protection mode. Venus in Leo is a period that uh, reminds periods of summer. Like this is seeking for fun, seeking for romances, seeking for new friends, building relationship with new friends, trying to create um, creative projects together, speaking about traveling together, co-living, inventing something new, playful, organizing events, projects on the beach or whatever. And this is a period of people coming together, and it's mostly peaceful period. Markets being more volatile, more inviting sometimes more drama, but drama that can be chewable and exciting in a way. It's mainly bullish, finding maybe speculative assets uh, to give us the adrenaline, and Venus is finding carefully things to leverage. Venus in Virgo become difficult. Venus in Virgo has difficult with relationship because she's very perfectionist. Things become a little bit weird. With all what is Virgo, it's always weird because Virgo wants the things to be perfect and nothing in life is perfect. Everything is in a move. And because Virgo is ruled by Mercury and Chiron that uh, are very Mercury unstable, and Chiron is bloody senator that continue fighting despite of all pain, and Venus wants the things pure, and the situation there are not very comfortable for the beauty and comfort and harmony that Venus tries to bring, but somehow she brings solution. Venus in Virgo trying uh, to add peace on complicated situation, to bring agreement between enemies country, between competent, and wherever Venus is passing is trying to bring harmony and peace somehow, but not always is the ideal condition, and of course depends on the background environment, the background planets, in what era we are passing. Venus in Libra feels very comfortable as well, like Venus in Taurus, Venus in Libra, helping for bringing peace. And this is already the result of all the complexities that usually happening when Venus is in Virgo. Then the next period is okay, we arrive to agreement, hopefully. And if the relationship consultant worked okay, Venus in Virgo, they will continue being married in a way. So Venus in Libra will need to confirm what contracts to continue correctly, what's not. and how to take the next risk, how to prepare for the next risk by having children together or by firming another company together, etc. Venus in Scorpio is a very non-comfortable place. Why? Because Venus is exactly the opposite from its native home. Venus in Scorpio feels that she loses it. She becomes something else because this is a moment of a merge. I'm not anymore just myself. I'm not just me and you. This is mine. I'm protecting my right to protect. We convert to be something new, and this is like the sexual, the intimate moment that we're afraid of, because we may lose ourselves. And because Venus, she's so naive and wants to satisfy and bringing beauty, could be abused easily in Scorpio. And usually, when Venus is in Scorpio, that is mostly happening around October, November, we may see fear in the markets, fear in the collective consciousness. People don't know, should I trust the bank? Should I trust now what is with this third party company? How I'm engaging my energy with this? I want to go out, how I'm protecting myself, or that you are merge yourself more because of the preparation you've done orderly before, and you are taking extra risk and going, hopefully closing your eyes and ears to the next level, because what will come after is Venus in Sagittarius. And Venus in Sagittarius is really crossing the dark tunnel and seeing opportunities. There are a lot about seeking opportunities and abroad, learning new information, knowledge, and this is very well as you become experienced. This is the wisdom that you got through the process and the scary situation, transformative situation you have passed. And Venus in Sagittarius may help with news related to travels. This is time that travel businesses are doing better, and philosophies and books are very benefited under this influence as well. So this is to arrive to a bigger crowd, how we are arriving and being loved or creating recognition or finding the opportunities to be more recognized. Venus in Capricorn is a bit boring, but is very much career oriented. So Venus in Capricorn period will be very the regulation of government and how the social regulation are strengthening, or all the publishment of the Federal Reserve, of the central banks, interest, new laws, how to end the fiscal year, blah blah. And this is very serious time to do our financial plan for a year ahead, and this become very serious. Usually people pulling profit and doing a new strategy, relocating their assets to other places, and usually focusing on profits, as typically it's happening in December, January. Then Venus in Aquarius is very much like all over the place. Venus in Aquarius wants to invest in new projects that will hedge. It's all about the hedge. What if, what if, what if? After the strategy of Capricorn, the Venus in Aquarius is about hedging. So we may see more movement in gold, in silver, in crypto, new projects where will promise the better returns, and more interest in innovation are coming during those periods of Venus in Aquarius. And it also represents the people that be more rebellious and more social, very, very social, like people, love people, doing contents that will increase consciousness or will bring benefits for people. Let's doing this, creating activities, creating um, um, activism. And Venus in Pisces is very sugary energy, but mostly for romantic endeavors. Venus in Pisces is a moment that you feel, I'm okay. I don't care what happens. I'm just flying, flowing with the investment. I'm sort of hodling, and then something is coming. Usually, Venus in Pisces will arrive around March, and we will see some major surprises event in the markets, like we had in 2020. That it was a very strong one with the application of Pisces. This benefited all the pharmacy. Venus in Pisces is benefiting all the pharmacy industry, is benefiting the spiritual businesses, benefiting the media, and what needs to be launched around this time. So Venus in Pisces, people are usually more interested in movies, in poems, in romance stories, in having romances in their life, finding artistic way to express themselves. But when it's coming in the collective, this is a moment of naivety and unconscious program that can lead for danger and end of a phase, end of a relationship, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and it's part of the romances and the expectations. It's create a lot of expectation and sometimes FOMO, and then explosion in the face by a new story challenge that is coming, because we know that after Pisces, who comes? Aries. And Aries is bringing new phase that wasn't expected in the expectation and the la la land of Venus, very comfortable and romantic in Pisces. This was it for Venus in signs. In the next segment, we are going to speak very quickly about Mercury in signs